Hello everyone, this is SystemCollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Craft of Titans. In between episodes, I did a whole lot of quests, and we'll take a look here. Boom, I went to generating power, and I did all this quest line down here. And the reason I did that is because all of this is very grindy stuff. Well, not this stuff. This stuff was easy. Once you hit here, it got grindy as heck. So it wasn't fun to do. Wouldn't have been fun to watch. And yeah, I didn't want to do it. Literally, it was me making dense plates, making refined graphite, and yeah. Oh, and making tons and tons and tons of fused quartz. That's literally what it would have been if I did the whole episode of that. So I chose not to. I actually started recording, then said, nope, not doing it. I will explain a couple things that that should be explained. So we already had this beneath teleporter, not a big deal. Then you go to the beneath, and well, you get a quest, get some torch arrows, not a big deal. If you've never been to the beneath, make sure you bring lots and lots of lights because there's mobs everywhere and it's very dark. Then you fly around the beneath and you get this stuff: the benitoite and the angelicite, I guess. And that stuff is used for Anglicite. Here, boom. Use. You need it for this. The reactor casings, which is one of the main components when you're, working with extreme reactors. My main goal with extreme reactors, too, by the way, this is going to be our main power. I want to use, not the actual extreme reactors, I want to use the turbines. So I want to actually do steam power using the turbines. But you have to do an extreme reactor first, then get a whole bunch of plutonium. Boom. This stuff. Bam. And make ludicrite. I need ludicrite really badly for the turbine. There's like a rotor thing you got to do. And I need ludicrite. Just need ludicrite. The only way to get it, though, is using plutonium. Only way to get plutonium is from cyanate. So there's no other recipe. I wish there was. So we got to do extreme reactor. I'm not going to aim for efficiency here. So if you people are, the kind of people just make it more efficient. I actually would prefer this one to not be efficient. That way we will get our plutonium quicker, and I'll be able to get to my turbines quicker. But we're going to set one up here right now. I made all the stuff. The recipe for these reactor casings, and I had to make a ton of them, is this. Yeah. The refined graphite, this one's the pain. I actually had to go and do some extra mining for adamantium. I thought there was a seed for that. Apparently there's not. Yeah, so, which is weird because there is a mithril seed, but there is no seed for that. Am I making this the right size, or did I already mess this up? Would not surprise me either way. Let's see here. I did mess it up. There we go. I want a 5x5 interior, so it would go to here. Yeah. There we go. Not 5x5 bottom, I should say. Interior. There we go. This will handle this. But anyway, we're going to get this up and running. We're going to get it pumping energy. I'm not even going to utilize all the power at first. I mean, I'm going to start. It's going to allow me to actually start doing automation. Because right now, I do not have the power for it. But now we have the capability of making flux plugs. So we'll be able to go, pretty much full tilt with that. I think I made that too high. I did kind of have it figured out, but I can't remember if I said 7 high or 8 high. That might be the right height. We'll start there and see how much we got left over. I did have this planned out at one point because I plan to do not one turbine. So turbines have a sort of a maximum size. I think it's 17 by something by something. But we're going to do probably 3 of them. So that is my plan. That should give us a decent amount of RF, close to 100,000. So that should work for us, for our needs, and do all the stuff and things that we need to do and automate, because we've got a lot to automate for endgame, right? So I don't think we need an insane amount of power, but we definitely need a good amount of power. We'll see. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, this would have been the height I was going to make it. Okay. that makes sense. We'll need a hole here. There we go. Then we'll need a hole here and a hole here. And that explains my glass. So we'll go boop, boop, boop. So I guess I'm making it, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 high. So it's 7 by 7 by 9. So that's the deal there. We're going to grab our controller. Throw that right there. We're going to grab our reactor access ports. Throw one here. Nothing's coming, is it? Excellent. Going to grab our wrench. Is that one of them output? We're going to need a couple other things here that I have. During the quest line, too, it gave us actually flux plugs, but we can make them now anyway. I also finished off this quest line, too, I should say. I did this one here. I need a dense gold plate, but I need to make dense gold plates for this quest line, for the extreme reactors. So I just finished off this one. But this recipe is broken. So if we go here, go to zigzag, boom. You can put this into a crafting, and you can even shift click. It'll go right into the crafting grid. But this won't pop up. This will just stay blank if it's not there. I actually had to go into creative and load it in. It is a broken recipe. I'm going to have to report that. I actually forgot, but I'll have to do that. So that is the thing, just so you're aware. Boom, boom. Was there anything else in this? I can't remember if there was anything else I need to talk about in this quest line. Boom. Most of it was just a lot of farming. Generating power. This one. Reactor fuel rods. No. There was nothing special there. Cyanite is just yellorium and yellorite. Not yellorium and yellorite. That makes no sense. Yellorium and sand, I believe. It's here. Or is it uranium and sand? There it is. Uranium and sand. So that's not a big deal there. What do I need here? I need my graphite blocks. I actually want this thing, like I said, less efficient. I don't want it particularly efficient. If I wanted this efficient right now, I would be using Dew of Levity, I think it is. Is that what it's called? This might not be Dew. Levity. Vapor. Vapor of Levity. It is much more efficient than this. Should just need 2 more rows of these. And then we're almost done. Well, done this part. There we go. Gonna go down here. Gonna grab our fuel rods. So we're just gonna use 4 fuel rods. We're not going crazy. If I wanted to go, well, I would go more of these, but I guess these things are actually pretty cheap. It was this fuse cores, mithril, and yellorium. That's actually a cheaper part of the reactor. Graphite. Graphite. What were these things? I can't remember. These are just, yeah, these aren't too bad. Just smelted down coal. It's the casings. The casings are actually really expensive. So if you go to, what is it? Casings, go to here. You've got this. You got the redstone. You got this stuff. So you got to get more. You need tons of coal. That, more aluminium. Do that in alloy smelter. Then you also need to do the casings for the turbine, because that's part of the quest line, because I went through that too. But I'm going to use them anyway, so it's not a big thing. But you need to do that. Then you need tons of quartz for that. More graphite. I don't know how many stacks of coal I smelted down, but it was a lot. And yeah, just grindy. Just grindy. Nothing hard about it. I mean, we've got the seeds for coal, so it's not a big deal. We've got the seeds for everything except for adamantium. So that was the only annoying part. And if you were to go with a big reactor, you would need a ton of adamantium. Not a ton, but a good amount. He did limit the size. It says in one of the quests there. There it is. The maximum size of your actively and passively cooled non-steam extreme reactors has been limited to 15 by 15 by 23, which is a lot smaller than normal. So it has been limited a lot. A ton, actually. That is a lot. Because usually, I can't remember the max height, but it's a lot bigger than that. I think it might be like 40 tall or something ridiculous like that. It's an odd number. I just remember it not being, divisible by 10, that's for sure. But there we go. Bam. And a multi-block for us. So everything should be good to go there. Be the first time I set up flux plugs, so let's do that. Oh, I didn't put a power tap in. I should probably put the power tap in. I have this here too. I'm not going to need it. The redstone reactor redstone port. It just came with the quest line. And these are going to be for the passive reactors later on when we're making steam. But for right now, I'm passive, actively cooled. This is passive. Here we go. We're going to throw that there. There we go. Just use that as a power tap. We want, what do we want? Sends? Yeah, sends. So we'll just make a single network right now, I guess. Actually, we'll just call this one what? Great. No. Let's call this one in. Or just storage. We'll call this one storage. There we go. Great. Bam. Because we're probably going to have to create some storage. And this should be pretty much good to go, actually. I think I've got everything. So, got one extra reactor glass. Be able to take that, throw that in there. Boom. This too. This is kind of annoying, and I should bring this up. You have to switch over. So, let's... Actually, I'm curious. Can we use uranium or not? Let's see here. Uranium and Yellowite are both ore dictionary the same. Using your new $40 produce some Yellorium agates. I don't know if he has the config, because in the config, we're going to have to do this. Just a sec. Just a sec. Bam. Did that eat some of my fuel? May have. Oh well, we can make more. I'm curious if this thing can take uranium, because you can usually turn that on in the configs. I just don't know if he did it or not, because otherwise you're going to have to manually fill this, because you're going to have to switch them over. So I'm going to have to, you know, get uranium, throw it in here, do this, and switch it over to Yellorium. I haven't tested it all. So, well, I haven't had a reactor, so let's see if we can throw that in there. It does take uranium. Okay, well, that makes our life much easier. Let's, no, not there. Put this here and switch that over. What? Oh. Which uranium is it? That's it there. There we go. There. And there. There we go. Should be able to just throw that stuff in. It's not blocked, so it's not as condensed, but it's not a big deal. And I guess we could turn this on. Deactivate reactor. Activate reactor. Give that a couple seconds to pump up. So we will be able to fully automate this then. That's awesome. Which is kind of cool. Because that was my one worry. Did something actually blow up? No. I think I got lava in my walls, and the creepers are falling into lava every once in a while. That's a lot more power than I expected, actually. And that's actually a lot more efficient than I expected. What? Okay, I gotta take a look here. Mod options. Those numbers aren't right. Let's go to, what's this called? Extreme? I think he's done something in the configs. Let me see here. Here, reactor. Oh. He did not change the max heights and the max size. He lied to us. Unless he changed it somewhere else. See here. Fuel usage, half. Ugh, it's going to take me forever to get my cyanite. Power production, 1.5. That explains the extra power. The ticks is normal. Turbine, 32 by 16. Don't care about that. Power production times 4. Is that normal? The default is 1. He's super pumped up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anything else here? What else was I looking? Consumption. It doesn't seem like it's using usage. Yeah, that's why. Because the usage is half. This is way more efficient than it should be. This is going to take forever to get all my plutonium, but that's okay. We got 16,000 RF now, which is pretty cool. We'll need to make more flux points, but that's not a big deal. But I can hook this one up right away. Give it a new home. Because up here, on here, I haven't showed you this. I set up my refined storage. It's nothing big yet. I actually have 0 recipes in my reborn storage yet. A lot of people don't know this either, so I should show them. A lot of people have never used this thing because it's not in many packs. It was in Sky Factory though. This thing is basically kind of like the crafters for AE2. I guess there was kind of a structure like this with AE1, and this kind of, you know, fine storage is kind of reminiscent of AE1. So this is just a multi-block. You have to have these crafting frames on the outer edges, on the inside of the outsides, so if that makes any sense. You need these heat conductors. It has to be in a rectangular shape. Sorry, it could be a cube or a rectangle. I forget what the max height is, but you really don't need it that high. On the inside, though, you need all the spaces filled, and you need crafting CPUs or storage. Each storage gives you an extra page of crafting, but each page gives you 72 slots. I think I have 15 pages in this thing, so I could fit in 1,000 crafting recipes, which I will never use. I'll never use that many. The CPUs allow for simultaneous, crafting recipes going on at the same time. So that's all that is. It's easy peasy. 15 pages and good to go. It takes a fair amount of power, but not a ton. Yeah, I want to get this switched over though real quick. Okay, now we got to get to something else. We're a little stalled out because, well, I can't really progress through my power where I want to until we do some more stuff. Well, until we get enough plutonium. Plutonium, that's stuff we need. So we're just gonna fool around and do some quests. So probably do this quest line. I don't think I'm going to use this generator. I used the advanced generators before, and they're really weird. They're cool because they're kind of multi-blocky. You can build them in any shape you want, and they'll just all connect to each other and work. But it was a lot of work for 25,000 RF. So unless he's tweaked out the configs, I don't know if I'm going to bother. But we're going to get through, some of the quest lines. So what was the first one? It was one of the Dominoes. Dominoes generating power. Go here. Magmatics. Let's do some magmatics. See where we go here. Magmatics. I used to be addicted to these things. I learned to not use them anymore. Oh, we don't have any of those. Cables. I forget what the cables. Which box is that? Cable. I should have cables around here. I did open up one box. I don't know what I did with them though. Let's see here. Oh, it's this box. Use one of those. How many do we got? Let's see here. What is this one? Cable box. Because I did two more of these. Cable box. We got 200. So we've got 1,200 cables. It's pretty funny. Magmatic. There we go. I didn't realize. Is that really the recipe? Wow, I didn't realize he had this locked down so bad. Huh. Well, it's a good thing. I guess I couldn't have done this early on. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a thing. We're going to need some gears. Do 2 of those. Go back to magmatics. Go to here. Do 2 of these. Come here. Oh, I'm loving heaven. Fine storage. You guys don't even know. I don't have any sticks. Really? Wood. What do I got for wood? There we go. Clear that. Do this. If I was smart, I'd actually make the pattern for sticks. That should be my first pattern right there. That just sticks, right? Let's make our first pattern. I need what am I doing here? I need patterns. There we go. Now it's crafting monitor. This one. There we go. Here. And here. Shouldn't there be a button? Why is the button not there? That's weird. Do I have stick? Yes, I have stick. Did I ordict that? Because if not, I'm putting it back in there. I did ordict it. Okay. There we go. We got our first pattern. Bam. We're living high on the hog. There we go. Just throw those in there. Grab that. Here. Boom. 2, 3. Bam. Throw those in there. Should have one. Hopefully it was only one. There's so many times he's made us make 2, and I've only made 1. There we go. That one's done. Creosote. You can use creosote as power. That's pretty much what he's telling you. But the fact that you need those cables means you need a tier 4. Is there another way? Oh, there's the regular recipe. I guess we could have made it that way early. I'm a derp. Ignore me. What's the next quest? Quest. Generating power. Resonator we have. Is it consume? No. And do we have a manual mill? Manual mill? We do not. Let's make a manual mill. Okay, let's do that. That's our quest. Bam. Resonating. Boom. There you go. What do we need here? Stone burnt? We might have that in the system. Stone burnt. Yes, we do. There's a quest. Detect, claim, lunar panels. Don't need them. Boom. I'll need to put that back, but get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. What do we got next? Generating power. This quest line's much easier, I must say. Water mills. I can just go grab those. Another super easy one. Boom, 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 boom. And we get a wireless battery. I have a couple of those already, but going to be getting off them very soon because they are very limited in how much power they can transfer. They're nice early on because they can transfer 80 RF a tick, but to all your machines, but that's kind of their limit. Okay, and the next one's going to be a crusher. Going to get 4 speed upgrades. Let me guess. I should have known. Okay. We need some redstone torches. Throw that in there. That. We'll need another manual mill. And is that everything? No. Oh, we didn't actually make the pistons. I just want pistons. I don't want actually. There we go. That. Do I not have another? I just put a manual mill in there. Oh, because it's not actually a manual mill. I'm such a derp. Okay. You know what? There we go. That's how I feel about those right now. There you go. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. You have to actually make this. There we go. Put that in there. Grab a crusher. There we go. Another quest done. 4 speed upgrades. They don't hurt. Let's add a furnace. So, furnace. Bam. And it's this one. I don't usually use this one. It's not bad, though. Guess I'll make some of those. Bricks. Do I have them? I do. There you go. Oh, I should probably keep that. It probably didn't have time to detect that I had it. There we go. More speed upgrades. Sweet. What's this one? What is this? Iron wiring. The gas turbine generator is the most efficient of gas generators. It's able to run on countless different types of fuel from dozens of mods. The most efficient fuel, dry rocket fuel, and Endurio firewater. Firewater is what I used in whatchamacallit, in Sky Factory 3, and that gave me 25,000 RF. It capped out at 25,000. Slightly more RF in the gas generators, you will find it more. Simply use the rocket fuel since you already be mass producing airship fuel. I'm not, though. We need iron tubing. There we go. Iron tubing. There we go. Hopefully we get everything. I think it said 16. Yes. What's the other one? Redstone iron. Redstone what? Redstone iron tubing? Is that what it was? Iron wiring. Okay. Iron wiring. Bam. And 16 of this. Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Do I have enough? How many of these do I need? I'm going to need 16 of those? Okay. And I'm out of prosperity. I have more down by the farm. So we'll go grab that. Let's see here. Prosperity. I don't have a ton left, actually. I have enough for this. It's another one of those things where you can't get free. There's no seed for prosperity, is there? Recipe. No. Okay. That's the only way of getting it. So I can't remember. Did that come in the meteor? It might have came in the meteor. I might have to check that. Because the meteor would actually be easier than having to mine it. That should be that. And grab 60 of these. Oh, helps if I do this. There we go. There we go. Bam. 16. That quest is done. Get ourselves a fluid tank. We do not need that at this point. Generating power here. Gas turbine controller. Gas turbine. Bam. If you want to try out a cool little mod, though, this is a cool little mod, so it is worth trying. Gas turbine controller. Bam. Here. What's this? More of this stuff? Stop making me make this stuff. Just stop it. There we go. There we go. Bam. That's pretty cool. Some power cells for free. What's this? 16 iron frames. We're going to run out of prosperity, or aren't we? Maybe. So, iron frame. Oh, these are just the iron frames. There we go. That's an easy quest. Universal fill with rocket fuel in it. That's pretty cool. There we go. Quest. Generating power. He made this quest line much easier than the Extreme Reactors one. He really wanted you to use this mod. Steel turbine. Does it say anything interesting? For your current needs, a gas turbine setup consisting of 3 steel turbines will produce you a healthy RF for the late part of the game. Visit the beneath black dimension full of danger, blah, blah, blah. Nothing we care about there. Okay, steel turbines. Bam. There's upgraded versions of these. I think you can use the, what am I showed on? Oh, the center part. Oop. You can get, what was I saying? I don't even know. Oh, mandolin. I think mandolin is actually the best turbine for this mod. Guess we need some of these. Am I out of steel? There's no way I'm out of steel. I mean, I can go get it. No, I have steel. What's it need? What am I doing wrong? Steel ingot, steel turbine blades. Why can't I just do this? I am confused. Oh, because they're plates. I'm such a derp. You know it's late at night. When? Not a big deal. Plate. Oh, we'll just do blocks. But now that we have power, I mean, I could start like actually automating machines and stuff, so it's not going to be as painful moving forward to do a lot of this crafting. It's going to get much easier. 1. No. 2. And then can we make 2, or do I need more of those? Nope, we're good. Okay, excellent. Hopefully that's the quest. Detect, claim. We get glow balls, which we don't need. Here, it was the forge energy emitter. Let's just go to emitter. Boom. We were doing this recipe. There we go. Oh, we get an energizer for that, which is kind of cool. What's this? Fluid intake and fuel valve. Fluid intake. Is it that one? Fluid intake valve. That looks easy. There we go. And fluid tank. Fuel tank. Nope, wrong one. I guess we could JAI sync this. Since I can actually type in the right box now, unlike the other mod. Don't have that. We need some more of these. We probably already have one of those in there. We don't have one of those in there. Where did I put all those? We've got everything for that, except for these. How am I out of aluminum? Let's make a couple more of those. Make one of these. And make one of those. Grab that. Go in here. The lag. Laser relays. Kind of cool. Quest. Generating power. And I don't know what this is. The animal gym? I've never used that mech farm mod. Animal gym. Animal gym. It's not that expensive. Spruce. Machine case. Just iron gear. Might have to do this one soon just so I know what I'm doing. What's it need? Just a machine case. There's the animal gym. There we go. There's a small number of items in the pack that run from Tesla power. Tesla is an energy source similar to our FGPU. Hooking Tesla power to your mech farm will allow you to stop running the farm on animal labor and free up those livestock to produce. Oh, okay. I guess they are machines that are powered by critters. That's kind of funny. And here, bam. Now I have to try that mod. Let's see here, last one. Basic power capacitor. Basic power capacitor. Boom. Our inventory is totally clogged, but I don't care. Actually, let's get rid of that. That. There we go. This recipe looks easier. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt recipe. Do 4. There we go. Boom. And hopefully. Yes. There we go. Done a quest line. Just like that. Bam. Easy. That was pretty cool. I just wanted to rush through that stuff. I'm not going to use this stuff. I might use the mob farm one. We'll see when we get there. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this one here. So we got a ton of quests done today. We got a ton. Whole bunch done. We got a reactor set up. And we're progressing. We're progressing really good. We got 16,000 RF. Be able to start actually automating machines to automate crafting, which is going to be massive. I just need to get a room set up for it. I don't want to do it like right around the system. It causes lag. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. I want you guys all to have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.